John Cena is coming back to Monday Night Raw on June 27th, in which he has teased to be coming for the United States Champion, Theory. So I figured it would be a great idea to rank John Cena's 2015 US title reign. This title reign consisted of John Cena doing a weekly open challenge, which all kinds of people were answering. It was the best part of the show and in a lot of people's minds for a very long time. Just in case John Cena wins the championship once again, I'm gonna rank John Cena's best opponents from that time, starting with number 14, Seth Rollins. The ranking of this match might surprise a lot of people considering Seth Rollins was the WWE champion at the time. But this match took place right after Night of Champions, where Cena had won back the United States Championship. It started with a sneak attack by Rollins and ended up pretty fast with John retaining. I definitely liked the first one better, but overall it was a great match still. Even if it's the last ranked, it's still a great match. At number 12, we have Kane. This match was built for a Seth Rollins and Kane storyline that was going on at the time during the Authority run. This match was still very entertaining. Maybe I am biased, as it is two of my favorites in the ring at the same time, but Kane's slow chemical theme just hits different. In the match, Kane reversed the 5-knuckle shuffle into an attempted choke slam, but ended up getting attitude adjusted. It ended pretty quickly, and honestly, it was just for a build-up with Seth Rollins, so I don't think anybody expected it to be a 5-star classic. That's why it ranked so low, but for what it was, two of the greatest out there at the same time, it was a pretty decent match. At number 11, Xavier Woods. And let me just say, Xavier Woods during this time was a trombone playing heel in the New Day, which kind of reminds us how great of a heel staple the New Day is. Xavier came out with the New Day and he was playing John Cena's theme on the trombone. The New Day announced that they would be the ones taking the challenge, but which one was it going to be? John Cena told all of them that if they didn't take him serious, he was going to kick all of their asses. Xavier ended up stepping up. The match was entertaining, but overall the match was pretty short and ended up in disqualification. That's why it ranks low on this list. But let me know in the comments if you guys think the New Day should turn heel again. In 2022, New Day, with all the experience they have, I feel like it would be a great heel faction. At number 10, Wade Barrett. Now everybody in the comment section is getting Nexus 2010 SummerSlam heel flashbacks, but this match, it took place in England, which is Wade Barrett's hometown. And let me just say, the crowd in this one, since it was his hometown, it was very hot. Everybody was cheering for Wade to pull through and win the United States Championship. There was a really close false finish too in the closing sequence of the match, with Wade hitting the bullhammer and the crowd and commentators going nuts. At the end of the day though, John Cena got the dub. He got the 1, 2, 3 in the hometown. At number 9, Neville. As I am writing the script for this video, I am realizing that pretty much every single one of these matches so far has had a hot crowd, not just people in their hometown. It really does show how great this US title run was. Neville won this match actually by disqualification. Towards the end though, he actually did land the red arrow, and overall this match was Neville just flying around and John Cena getting a little bit frustrated with that. At number 8, Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose was actually the first guy to ever answer the US Open Challenge. Dean Ambrose reversed the STF and applied his own, and it was a hot crowd. It was pretty back and forth, and it had a couple of false finishes. This was John Cena's first ever US Open Challenge, so for that, it deserves a pretty high ranking. At number 7, Zack Ryder. Honestly, I didn't do this on purpose, but Dean Ambrose before Zack Ryder, and these guys are both like deathmatch kings in 2022, so yeah, it's kind of funny. But onto the match. This match was very entertaining. I don't know what it was, but for me, Zack Ryder and John Cena, they always clicked, whether it was a tag team or in a match. Monday Night Raw was in the Long Island IZ's hometown. Zack got introduced by the cast of Entourage, who were the guests on Raw that night. In the match, Zack hit a kill switch and eventually did a roll-up finish, but it was a false finish when the cast of the Entourage jumped in the ring to distract John Cena. Eventually, John Cena kicked out and hit a finish, got the win. They all celebrated in the ring together, so it was a happy ending. At number 6, Cesaro, match 1. Now, this is the best match on the list so far. In this match, all kinds of moves were done by John Cena and by Cesaro. John Cena hit a Canadian destroyer. This is when John Cena was improving his in-ring work and innovative style. But Cesaro, he just showed why he is so great in the ring. He delivered his classics in-ring moves like the flying uppercut and showing why he really is the Swiss Superman, and honestly the Swiss John Cena, because these guys are both pretty strong. There's a spot in there where Cesaro goes over the ropes, and honestly the way he goes over the ropes is so smooth. It reminds me of Shawn Michaels. I don't know how to explain it honestly, but it's just, he kind of just flips over the top rope and lands really fast. Cesaro looked like he was about to win the match, and capture the United States Championship. Kevin Owens interrupted and the match ended in disqualification, with Kevin Owens saying that if anybody was going to take the United States Championship away from John Cena, it was going to be him. At number 5, Big E. The New Day came out dragging Dolph Ziggler after beating him up and saying that Ziggler was on his way to accept the challenge. Big E then accepted the challenge and gave Cena a run. Literally, Big E ran through the ropes onto John Cena in this match, with Kofi and Woods at ringside playing the trombone and just being loud. There were also those moments where Big E showed off his strength and caught John Cena mid-air. John Cena would end up retaining. This match was actually very entertaining and actually one of the best on this list, and that's why it ranks so high on here. Number 4, Sami Zayn. This is number 1 on the list by far so far. In his hometown, he had his main roster debut introduced by Bret Hart. The crowd was really hot and it was a really entertaining match and showed how entertaining a Sami Zayn face character really is. He did the jump through the ring post and had multiple false finishes, which the crowd made even more exciting. During the match, there was a brief pause and it was that Sami Zayn actually got injured. This would actually take him out for a few months. I actually do remember this injury, but overall, there were a few close calls with roll-ups and false finishes, but it was a pretty great showing for Sami Zayn on his main roster debut, introduced by Bret Hart. John Cena would end up retaining. At number 3, Dolph Ziggler. Now, this listing right here, this might come as a shock for a lot of people, but this match is slept on. The week before this, Cena had issued the weekly open challenge, and Dolph was about to accept it. But New Day, as I mentioned earlier on the list, dragged Dolph Ziggler out and accepted it themselves. Dolph would finally get his shot in this match. Underrated in my opinion. There was a spot where a Famouser got reversed from an AA. This honestly made the whole match. This is so beautiful. Everyone's seen all types of reversals, like landing on your feet from the AA, like the RKO from the AA, but the Famouser from the AA, it just looked so devastating. I don't know how to, you gotta watch it for yourself, honestly. There were a few close calls and Dolph actually hit his finisher multiple times, I do believe, in this match. But after that big spot, Dolph would go for the cover and he would be shocked that Cena kicked out. Michael Cole was saying how tired Ziggler was at that point, and I honestly do believe that that was the story that was being portrayed, because Ziggler got up and instantly got hit with an AA. It was 1, 2, 3, it was done. John Cena retained the United States Championship. At number 2, Cesaro match 2. As I mentioned earlier, Cesaro and John Cena already had put on a banger at this point. Cesaro though, he won another match, as Kevin Owens had cost him the United States Championship last time by disqualification. He wanted to get payback, and he told Kevin Owens that if he got in the way again, he was gonna have a problem with him. Kevin Owens stayed out of this one. In this match, well, it would actually top the first one. It was actually a better in-ring match, and honestly, I think what it did for me was it actually told more of a story than it did last time. Now Cesaro had a reason why he wanted the United States Championship so bad. Cesaro would hit the neutralizer, the flying uppercut, and John Cena would hit his AA, which at the end of the day, it ended up being too much, and John Cena retained his United States Championship once again. At number 1, Seth Rollins match 1. Seth Rollins has put on the worst match with John Cena during the United States title run, and the best match with John Cena during the United States title run. This list just kept getting topped, and this is why this is number 1. At first, this was kind of any regular match between John Cena and the heel Seth Rollins. But then a certain incident happened. Cena and Seth came to an exchange in the match. They were trading left and rights, and then Seth Rollins gave John Cena a knee to the face. John Cena instantly started bleeding, and his nose was broken in the middle of the match. The storytelling in this match is the reason why it's number 1. The reason why it's number 1 is because of the way John Cena and Seth Rollins handled an unfortunate injury in the middle of the match, still putting on an absolute classic of a match and using it to enhance their story later on. Not only did John Cena finish the match, but he retained the United States Championship, putting Seth Rollins in the STF and making him tap pretty much straight away. This really showed that John Cena is one of the toughest superstars of all time, and how tough he really is. Seth ended up catchphrasing the breaking the nose thing onto a t-shirt. I remember being a kid, seeing a picture of John Cena's disfigured nose, showing how great their storytelling really is, with taking a tragic incident like an injury like that and turning it into a story and enhancing that story and making it memorable for people like me when I was just a kid at the time, and I remember this to this day. Yeah, it was really cool to go back and see all the memories that John Cena made with the United States Championship. I know I'm pretty sure I missed a couple of matches, but I mean, these are the favorite ones. So, but other than that, I appreciate you guys watching this video. This was a pretty long video. This has been my longest video so far on this YouTube channel, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. There's a lot more videos coming. Let me know if you guys have any ideas or anything that you guys want me to do. Leave it in the comments below, and subscribe, support the channel, and I'll see y'all in my next video.